Japan. And there, we're gonna learn about an S ranker who instead should be called the L ranker. This guy, Goto Ryuji, master of Japan's Draw Sword Guild. We met him because bro wanted to become a national level hunter, which is a rank even higher than S. It's so rare that only 5 people exist with this title. So Goto was hoping that by clearing the S rank gate of the ants in Jeju Island, he could finally be promoted, because all of the nation level hunters have at least cleared one S rank gate. 4 days before the raid, Goto met the Jeju Island raid party at the Korean Hunters Gym. He watched as Jinwoo easily incapacitated Atsushi Kamamoto during a sparring match with Cha-Hain. Doubting Jinwoo's classification as a mage-type hunter, Goto challenged him to a 1v1 match. Despite his speed and skill, Goto couldn't land a single hit, even after unleashing his full power and giving Jinwoo a minor cut. That's all he did. He used his entire strength, 100% of his potential, and he gave him a little cut, bro. Realizing Jinwoo hadn't been taking him seriously, Goto lost his temper, but the match ended with no victor when Kei and Hoshino intervened. During the raid, Goto split his guild into 4 teams. When contact was lost with Team Charlie and Delta, he discovered their corpses. Unmoved, Goto revealed to Chairman Matsumoto that the Japanese hunters' true aim was to sabotage the Korean S-rank team. Bro wanted to have all the Korean hunters die to weaken Korea as a powerful nation, because in solo leveling, the more S rankers you have, the fiercer is your country. With most of their mission complete, Matsumoto ordered the survivors to abandon the raid, but as Goto prepared to retreat, the Ant King ambushed them, leading to Goto getting one shot. We aren't done though, because it was a massacre for the Japanese at Jeju Island. I'm not gonna lie, most of these Japanese S rank hunters were fodders to the Ant King, but we did get a sort of small tournament arc between Korea and Japan, where we found out that most of these guys actually bested their Korean counterparts. These guys are fodder, but the Korean S rankers are even bigger fodders. So let me quickly blitz through all of them. First up is Team Charlie's Kenzo Tanaka. At the 4v4 sparring match, he faced off against the S rank Ma Dong-wook, easily defeating him by drilling the man into the ground with his enhanced strength. During the raid, he was actually one of the Japanese hunters that managed to kill a few ants before ultimately getting his head chopped off by the Ant King. It wasn't just him though, as Team Charlie's Akari Shimizu, the healer of the group, and Tatsumi Fujishima, who wielded a sword, also get clapped without getting the chance to even show their skills. What about Team Delta? They have to have fared better, and nope, they did not fare better. It consisted of Kei and Ippei, 2 of the people with one of the best designs in the Japanese sides, and interestingly, Kei actually has the same power as Cha-Hain, mana smell. His nose is extremely sensitive to mana, however it's way worse for him than Cha-Hain, as he is forced to wear a thick mask whenever he goes out on raids. But this ability actually helped him sniff out the Ant King's presence the fastest, yet sadly bro couldn't do anything and still ended up getting packed. However, unlike the other Japanese hunters, we actually learned that Kei is skilled at ice magic, where he could create massive amounts of ice as he instantly erected a wall to defend against the Ant King. A big feat of Kei's is that he's one of the only people in solo leveling to have stopped a fight involving Jinwoo through his ice barrier. Ippei, on the other hand, was like a sitting duck, instantly getting sliced by the Ant King before we even got to hear a word from bro. Unlike these other bozos, the next few Japanese S rankers actually made it out alive. First is Atsushi Kumamoto, who took part in the 4v4 sparring match, starting his bout against Bayek before shifting his focus to Cha-Hain. However, when he became overly aggressive, Jinwoo had to step in to protect his Pookie, instantly subduing him after he refused to relent. This guy going toe-to-toe against Cha-Hain speaks to the Japanese hunter's strength, because in the manhwa, they all just seem like small fries as we move on to larger threats like the Ant King or the Monarchs, but against other S rankers, they shouldn't be discounted. Like Kumamoto's Berserker state, it is a tier on its own, as whenever he is severely injured, it causes him to attack indiscriminately with no sense of fear or self-control. However, I should point out that it's kind of unclear whether this ability is a passive skill, a mental illness, or some kind of defense mechanism. Honestly, it might be a mental illness. During the raid, Kumamoto was assigned to Team Bravo, the only Japanese team to have lived. He wasn't alone though, as Kanae Tawata and Minro Hoshino also made it out being part of Team Bravo. Hoshino made quick work of Lim during their sparring match, and during the raid, he was actually part of Team Alpha alongside Goto. After they lost communications, bro stumbled upon the other two teams' headless corpses and freaked the f out. Luckily, Hoshino heard Goto's command before he died and retreated to join the surviving Team Bravo. In terms of power, he just has the standard enhanced speed and strength. Kanae, on the other hand, faced off against Cha-Hain during the sparring match and absolutely got clapped due to Alkane's superhuman speed. Finally, there's also Reiji Sugimoto, the current guildmaster of the Draw Sword Guild after Goto got packed. Reiji was the only S-rank hunter in Draw Sword not participating directly in the raid. He was instead stationed aboard a battleship off the island's coast overseeing operations. As Jinwoo fought the End King, Reiji informed Matsumoto Shigeo, the chairman of the Japanese Hunters Association, of Goto's death and assisted Hoshino, Kanae, and Kumamoto in evacuating the island. After hearing Hoshino's account of Goto's death, Reiji calmed him, revealing the Korean Hunter Association's announcement that a Korean hunter had defeated the End King, ensuring the raid's success despite heavy losses. And let us know in the comments, should we cover the stuff in Ragnarok, because there's so much content in Ragnarok. Anyway, watch the video on screen if you guys want to watch more solo leveling videos. Bye bye.